Have you ever wondered about the true cost of the palm oil in your favorite products? Palm oil, a versatile and inexpensive ingredient, permeates our everyday lives, from food to cosmetics and even biofuel. But behind this ubiquity, there's an often overlooked story, a tale of environmental impact that's as vast as the industry itself. The global palm oil industry, with its epicenter in Southeast Asia, is no stranger to controversy. The industry's rapid expansion has been marred by deforestation, habitat destruction, and the displacement of indigenous communities. Amid mounting concerns, many palm oil companies have spruced up their image with green claims, proclaiming their commitment to sustainable practices. But how much truth is there in these claims? Well, that's where things get interesting. Independent investigations are now scrutinizing these green claims. The goal? To discern the reality behind the rhetoric, the facts behind the facade. One company in particular, First Resources, a palm oil giant listed in Singapore, has had its green claims called into question. Today, we dive into an investigation that sheds light on the claims of one such company, First Resources. A recent investigation by the Gecko Project has unveiled some startling revelations. This deep dive into the operations of First Resources, a palm oil empire owned by the billionaire Fangiono family, has unearthed some unsettling connections. Three other companies, who have been at the forefront of clearing large areas of rainforest in Indonesia, appear to be covertly controlled by this same family. The investigation uncovered a web of connections, tying these companies together. Former employees of First Resources and the trio of controversial companies have confirmed these links, shedding light on the fact that they were considered part of the same corporate group. These employees were directly reporting to members of the Fangiono family, who serve as executives in First Resources. The plot thickens as the investigation reveals more. Annual reports and financial statements provide additional evidence of these connections. The intricate ties between these companies and the Fangiono family have been expertly woven, but the threads are starting to unravel. However, it's not just about the connections. The investigation also highlights a significant loophole in the reporting rules of the Singapore Exchange. This loophole allows companies to publish sustainability reports without any requirement for independent audits. This means that the claims made by these companies about their environmental practices can go unchecked. First Resources, however, insists on its innocence. The company denies any association with these three companies involved in deforestation. Yet, the evidence unearthed by this investigation suggests a different story. First Resources' public statements about sustainable production are being called into question. Despite First Resources' denial, the evidence appears to contradict their claims of sustainability. This investigation may have just scratched the surface of a much larger issue. The dots are starting to connect, and the picture they form is one of concern for our planet's precious rainforests. What does this mean for our environment and for the consumers of palm oil products? Let's pause and ponder. The findings from this investigation carry significant implications. For our environment, the clearing of large areas of rainforest in Indonesia by these companies is a cause for concern. Deforestation not only disrupts biodiversity, but it also contributes to climate change, escalating global warming. And what about the consumers? Many of us believe we're supporting sustainable companies when we purchase products labeled as green. But this investigation raises doubts. It casts a shadow over the integrity of such companies and their claims of sustainable practices. The truth is, when we buy these products, we may be unwittingly contributing to environmental degradation rather than preventing it. So, it's not just about the palm oil industry. It's about the credibility of sustainability claims across various sectors. It's about the transparency we deserve as consumers and the responsibility companies must bear for their actions. The findings of this investigation challenge us to question the truth behind the green labels. So where do we go from here? There's a question that demands an answer, and the answer starts with us. We have a role to play in this narrative, the crucial one. We need to be more conscious of our consumer choices. It's not just about picking up a product off the shelf. It's about knowing where it comes from, how it's made, and what it represents. We can demand transparency from companies. We can urge them to be open about their practices, their affiliations, and the impact on our environment. We can insist on stricter reporting rules, closing loopholes that allow for glossy sustainability reports without independent audits. Yet, it's not just about asking for change, it's about creating it. We can choose to support companies that prioritize the environment, that actively work towards sustainable practices, that don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. Remember, every choice we make, every dollar we spend is a vote for the kind of world we want to live in. It's a powerful tool, and we need to wield it wisely. As consumers, it falls upon us to demand the truth and to make choices that support our environment, not harm it.